Karen climbed over our fence, then Grandpa flipped the power and she got shocked bad. The air was thick with summer heat, but the real fire burned in our backyard. My name's Lila, 16, stuck in this crumbling house with Grandpa since Mom left. Our neighbor, Karen, had been a thorn in our side for years, ever since she claimed our fence was on her land. It wasn't just about the property line, it was her entitlement, her sneers, her endless complaints about our unmowed lawn, our barking dog, even the way Grandpa's old truck rusted in the driveway. She'd call the city, file reports, and once even tried to tow Grandpa's truck herself. But that night, it all exploded. Started with a scream, our dog, Rusty, yelping like he'd been hit. I ran outside, flashlight in hand, and saw Karen on her side of the fence, hurling rocks at Rusty's doghouse. "Keep that mutt quiet," she shrieked, her face red with fury. I yelled back, my voice cracking, "Leave him alone. He's not hurting you." Karen's eyes narrowed, and she pointed a manicured finger at me. "You and that old man are a blight on this neighborhood. I'm taking what's mine." Before I could react, she started climbing our fence, her designer sneakers scraping the wood. Grandpa appeared at the back door, his silhouette hunched but steady. At 78, he was frail but fierce, a man who'd raised me when no one else would. "Get off our property," he growled, his voice low like thunder. Karen laughed, mid-climb, taunting him. "What are you gonna do, old man? Cry to the cops again?" That's when I saw the glint of a crowbar in her hand. She wasn't just crossing the line. She was coming to tear it down. My heart pounded. "Grandpa, she's got a weapon," I shouted, stepping back. Karen reached the top of the fence, her face triumphant. But then click. Grandpa's hand was on the power box by the shed, the one he'd rigged years ago to keep raccoons off the fence. A low hum filled the air, and before I could scream, sparks erupted. Karen's body jerked, her scream cut short as she fell, hitting the ground hard. The crowbar clattered beside her, and silence swallowed us. I froze, my flashlight beam trembling on her crumpled form. "Is she?" I whispered. Grandpa's face was stone. "She's alive," he said, but his voice shook. He shuffled over, checking her pulse. Karen groaned, her eyes fluttering, burns snaking up her arms. I called 911, my hands shaking so bad I nearly dropped the phone. The ambulance came fast, but so did the cops. And then, the twist, Karen's husband, Tom, a quiet man we'd barely spoken to, stepped out of the shadows. He'd been watching from their yard, filming everything on his phone. "She's been like this for years," Tom said, his voice breaking. "Obsessed, unhinged." I told her to stop, but he handed the phone to the officer, the video showing Karen's tirade, her threats, the crowbar. It painted her as the villain, but it didn't erase the image of her convulsing. The cops took Grandpa in for questioning, and I sat on the porch, Rusty at my feet, replaying it all. Had we gone too far? Grandpa only meant to scare her. Not that. Days later, Karen was out of the hospital, but the burns would scar. She didn't press charges. Tom's video and her own history of harassment made that impossible, but the neighborhood turned against us. Whispers followed me at school. "That's the girl whose grandpa fried someone." Grandpa stopped leaving the house, his spark gone. I found him one night staring at the fence, muttering, "I just wanted to protect you, Lila." My throat tightened. He wasn't a monster, but he'd crossed a line, and so had Karen. Both were victims of their own rage. The fence still stands, but it's a ghost now, a reminder of how fast things spiral. Karen moved away, Tom with her, and the house next door sits empty. I walk Rusty past it every day, wondering if we could have talked, really talked, before it came to sparks and screams. Grandpa's heart gave out a month later, and I'm alone now, haunted by that night. Was justice served? Or did we all lose? What do you think? Was anyone right in this mess? Or does anger just breed more pain? Share your take on where justice lies when lines get crossed.